there, friends. Welcome to my channel. Today we are cooking some pesto pasta salad, and this is totally plant-based, really healthy, and it's in my new cookbook, Unfolding in the Kitchen, but I'm going to share the recipe with you here today. So, what's in the pesto pasta salad? We've got green beans, we've got cherry tomatoes, we've got some field roast sausage. Now, I absolutely love these. They're so tasty. It's smoked apple and sage. All right, so we're gonna fry those up, chop them up. Normally I make my own homemade pesto, and I'm going to put that recipe in the description. But at Trader Joe's, they have this vegan kale and cashew basil pesto. So we're gonna use this today because I wanna make a quick meal. So if you're in the States and you have access to Trader Joe's, this is a great option. Now, I make my basil pesto with pine nuts. I read the other day that someone was using hemp hearts for their pesto, so that sounds really interesting. I'm gonna try that and maybe share that recipe with you guys later. So let's get cooking. The pasta we're using is just Orzo. It's a tiny pasta. And we're gonna cook the Orzo and the green beans together. So I like this because it just saves time. So I've got my pot ready to boil. So we're gonna get that Orzo cooking. So the instructions are to cook the Orzo for 10 minutes. So we're gonna let the Orzo cook for 5 minutes, set a timer. Then we're gonna add the green beans in to the pasta and cook it for another 5 minutes so that the beans are still a little bit crisp. Now, if you were cooking this to serve to guests, then I would recommend cooking your green beans separately and shocking them. So you can boil them for 5 minutes, and then you're gonna put them in ice water. This will bring back that vibrant green color, and it'll just make the pasta look more attractive to your company. But since I'm just serving it to my family tonight, we are going to cook it all together and make it nice and easy. All right, time for some sausage cutting. Here we go. Pan is ready, so the sausages are gonna go on. I'm just gonna put probably about 2 teaspoons of olive oil so that my sausages don't stick. Pan is nice and hot. We got 2 more minutes for our pasta. Spread in that oil. A nice cast iron pan here. Okay, got our sausages ready. Stir up our pasta, make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom. And then I like to cook the sausages on medium or medium-low heat. They can burn really easily, so I cook them on a lower heat and just kind of turning them often. All right, make sure they're looking good. We want good looking sausages. All right, so our timer is about to go off for our green beans. Now I have these all pre-cut, so I trim the edges and then I pretty much just cut them in half. They're about, 2 to 2.5 inch pieces. Now the recipe calls for 2 cups, but I actually have about 3 cups in here, so we're going a little extra with the veg tonight. And then it also calls for 2 cups of halved cherry tomatoes, and these go in at the very, very end. These don't really cook, they just warm through. And this is a pasta salad, so I like to serve it as a salad, but sometimes we eat it warm, like as a pasta dish. But I like making it as a salad, especially, oh, there's our timer, so beans are going in now. 5 minutes for the beans. So let's add those in. Okay, I'm gonna reset the timer for another 5 minutes. So the beans and pasta cook together for the last 5 minutes. So I was saying that I like doing a double batch of the pasta if I'm gonna have guests over, because it is just such an awesome dish. Everybody loves this dish. So if I have company over, it's easy. You can even make it the day before or the morning of, and then you just serve it as a cold pasta. And it's delicious. All right, keep turning those sausages. Make sure they get nice and brown on all the sides. We're cooking. Cooking some pasta salad. So plant-based diet. My husband and I have been eating a plant-based diet for 7 years now, and I mastered it. Like we make our own cheeses and all our own stuff. So I decided, why not make a cookbook to help others that want to eat healthy, they want to kind of have those comfort foods. And so I put together all our favorite recipes that I've been transitioning, like turning, my old recipes that had meat or dairy in them and turning them into plant-based recipes. So I have an amazing plant-based cookbook. It's going to be available on my website, dmaloney.com. Check it out, and also on Amazon, all right? So really the only thing I haven't mastered is making my own meats, and I'm really interested to try making seitan. Now, if these types of sausages are not your things, you don't like the processed vegan meats, we don't really eat them that often, it's maybe a once a week kind of thing, like a treat. You could replace this easily with tofu, or you could just leave the sausage out for sure. And if you aren't plant-based, you could use just a regular pesto in this pasta as well if you didn't want to make your own homemade one. All right, so you can see our sausages here. They're getting nicely browned on all the sides. Pasta and our beans are bubbling. All right, there's our timer. So it's time for the pasta and the beans to come on off the heat. I'm gonna strain them together at the same time. I'm gonna turn my sausages off as well. Those are looking good. All right, so now we're just gonna strain this. All right, so we got our veggies straining in the sink. And now I'm gonna add my pesto right into the pot so that when I pour the pasta in, it doesn't stick. All right, so I've got my halved cherry tomatoes washed and chopped. I've got my sausage, and we're gonna throw all of this in with the pasta and the green beans. All right, my friends, so here is that finished product. It is looking good. We're gonna let this cool off, serve it up for dinner. Now I'm gonna also make a side salad with this. We're gonna just cut up some cucumbers, red onion, tomatoes to have as a little side salad. Sometimes what I do also is I chop up some spinach and I throw it in at this point while the pasta is still warm, and it just lightly wilts the spinach. It's really nice in there as well. If you guys like this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button. We're gonna be bringing you more videos like this, more cooking videos, plant-based cooking videos, sharing my family recipes with you. My husband and I, we are both competitive cyclists, so we're really into health and fitness, but we love good tasting food. So we like putting a spin on things and kind of making those healthy meals a little more interesting and really tasty. All right, so check out the description for the full recipe, as well as a link to my website for the cookbook. All right, so take it easy, guys. We'll see you on the next video.